afternoon everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch. And at The Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements from door wreaths, door swags, things for the home decor, things for your business, things for your garden, weddings, funeral tributes, and even bespoke arrangements too, and much more. Right guys, I'm late today. It is nearly 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK. Before I started, I thought I'm going to have a lunch break and I'm going to have a panini. Why not? I've got a panini maker. Just slap something on it and wait for it to heat up. Once the lid's down, job's done. So that's what I had with a nice cup. Well, I've still got my cup of coffee here. But before that, I wish to just thank you all again for your wonderful, wonderful comments. And David Bishop from Ohio and in the US, oh goodness gracious me, you are such a gentleman, and I love you to bits. Thank you so much for writing or texting or typing, whichever, that wonderful message on my YouTube channel. You brought tears to my eyes when I read it this morning, and it really did. It really has touched me. You're such a wonderful gentleman. I hope you're well, my darling. I hope your mum's in good health, and I hope you're doing fine and in good health as well. God bless you. And everybody else as well. Your messages, you know, my dear friend Sandra and everybody, you know, all your messages all do mean so much. Right, guys, I've had somebody email my business page, private message me on my business page, asking me, saying that they've gone and purchased a swag. They've only just started doing this artificial flower arrangement. They've got really not much experience in floristry, very little. They have had artificial flowers before and done a few of their own arrangements, but they've not sold any because they've not got to that stage of selling them yet. It's just basically a hobby at this moment in time. But she purchased a swag. She says it was very cheap because she's not got the finance to go out and get a luxury one or a deluxe one or anything like that. But she'd wanted to know if, with a cheap swag, what are very thin, if she could make an arrangement from it for the door and make it look big and grand. She wanted to use fruit because well, she just says she just likes fruit, and so she just wanted to have something different than just flowers. She wanted fruit on it. She specified that she's seen a lot with lemons on. If I have any other fruit apart from not just lemons, if not, it doesn't matter. She'll like the one if I do it in lemons. Well, I've got some oranges, so we'll use some oranges today. But I went personally to order online a cheap swag, just so I can show you, because all mine are really fairly big and quite, you know, deluxe, sort of, well, not deluxe, you know, but better quality than the cheaper ones. There's more to it, they're more thicker. So I purposely went to order one what was very thin and cheap. I've got it here and it is thin and cheap. But again, I'm not a judgmental person. People can't afford deluxe things or luxury things. You have to make do with what you have. on what you can afford. Don't, get yourselves into financial trouble by just trying to keep up with others. I never did when I first started out, and to this day I don't. If I'm a bargain hunter, if anything, if I can get my flowers what look like the luxury but cheaper, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it no matter what. I don't, so I can still make them look beautiful, just like you lot can. So I've got a cheap swag. It's only very thin, but again, we can make it beautiful. It's only tiny, again, 23 inches, and it's not very wide at all. It's very airy and see-through. It's not very full. I've tried to fluff it up as much as possible, but by the time we've finished, you won't even know it's a cheap, and thin one. Because what I've gone and done, we're going to do 2 bows to hide the thin swag. We're doing oranges today, guys. I've done 1 bow, but I'm going to do the other bow. We have our checkered with our rustic orange along the sides here, and I've done 3 of these loops, and they are 5-inch. All my loops are on this one 5-inch, and so we've done 3 of those. I've got the Hessian with the checks along the edging, again 5-inch, and I've done 3 of those loops. I have got some orange ribbon, with oranges on, and I've done 4 loops of those because I want that ribbon to be shown. And then I've just got a bit of my oddment out of my scrap bucket with my odd bits and bobs of tail ends and things of my ribbon. Found this one. It's only 1 piece. I thought I'll put that in the centre to hide my mechanics. Again, I've not gone out and bought another. I mean, it's nice quality this, but I've not gone out and bought another one. I'm using what I've got left. You can always, for the centre bits to hide your mechanics, always use your odd bits of ribbon that you store or put aside thinking you may be able to do something with it, which you can. I haven't measured the tail ends. I've just left them at that length. And again, that's all I have done. So, and that to cover the top part with it being quite gapey, with it being cheap, that's going to be attached up here. So then that's covering most of that up there. Now I want to do one where it's going to be down here as well, because it's very thin here. So I thought I'd show you, for the lady, how to do a bow down here as well. And then I may connect them together, or just let these hang, or I may water, do the water effect and put them together and loop them. We don't know yet, but that is what we've got. And before we're going to, again, here's my ribbons here. I haven't got another one of those orange ones, but in my oddments I found this. So I'm going to use that one instead for the one at the bottom. So before we go any further, I'm going to go through what we've got. And again, I may not be using all of it. So first of all, I've got some vine. Very airy again, but this is going over where we're going to do the shoulders, as I will explain why I say shoulders once we start. So there is some just hanging vine that I love. Wispy, movement, airy, beautiful. It will give, a wonderful look, because you can give it volume by bringing it out and making it look bigger. Now yesterday we used the orange ones. Today I've got just 2 stems out. We've got the green. The green, oh, what are they? Birch, that's it. The green birch, where yesterday they had the orange with a bit of green in. These have got a shade darker green and a lighter green in, but they are, as you can see there. and they are plastic. They are slightly like with an oily wax on, and they're very good for outside use as well. I've got another ones of my conifer. I've decided to start keeping them in the bags. They're all in the bags, so I use them as I go along. I keep thinking to myself, guys, I'm going to keep things bagged up, but then I just like to see them on display. I've got my conifer or cypress leaves, as some may know it, that I want to attach around on the shoulders, the waist, and shoulders, the lungs, and at the waist. Again, I will go through that, why I call it that, when we start. Now I've got out my fern. I've got out the harder textured one, the plastic, but then I've also got the rubber. I want to see which one. These are my oddments, as you can see. They've been chopped off the main stem. They're what's left, bits and bobs. These aren't oddments. These are actual, they come like that, really. Just singles, little thin stems. They get a little bit of tape around the bottom. What show, you know, as they come in a pack of 10. But I always pull them off. See, there's tape there, but I can't get to it. But they come like that. So I'm not sure which one. I may use the oddments because they're thicker and they will be better, I think, for outside. And I've got my oddments of my ficus. Again, if you've got little bits like this chopped down, don't throw them, guys. Put a rubber band around them, or a piece of floral wire or twine, you know, so they're all together as a little bunch. Save them, because things like this come in handy for anything when you want bits and bobs instead of chopping into new big fresh stems. So that's that. I've got out some more fern, but it is in red. Now I am adding a few red flowers, for the reason being it looks like the oranges are red on there as well in here, so it's a dark colour, so I thought I may add these. If not, I've got some flowers instead. So they're just like I'm placing these at the side as a just in case. I think it may add a bit of interest. So I'm not planning on using them. It's a just in case. And yesterday we used the like corally burnt orange of colours in the eucalyptus, the floral eucalyptus. Today I'm adding a bit of white. I told you guys, and I went on that internet last night and I have ordered some more. I couldn't help myself. I've had to. I said I was going to stock up. Oh, I have. I don't want to run out of these. I like them so much. Unfortunately, they didn't have. I could only have the last couple of the white. So when they restock again, I will order at least a good 10 bunches. So that will keep me going for a very long time. But aren't they divine? Eucalyptus, and if I bring it closer, you may see the eucalyptus leaves with the flowers on the ends. Isn't that pretty? Because some people didn't realise they were the eucalyptus. When I analysed the video, you couldn't really tell. So if you can see that, the eucalyptus. So we're going to use those. You know me, guys, with my calla lilies. You know me, guys, I just adore these calla lilies. I've got these as well. I may use these around the shoulders and lungs and the waistline. Who knows? Oh, I've got a stretch. I went to yoga yesterday. You think I'd be able to stretch out onto the street now. Rubber lady, you ought to start calling me. I have got, now these have fell all out of the band, so I've not placed them in the band. There's some oddments in here and some full stems, but I've placed them all together. I mean, look at these ones. My ranunculus. My all-time favourite flower, guys, and you know this. I've said it many times. It's my ultimate favourite flower. Isn't that divine? So, we've got them in red. And I think I've got them in burgundy, deep burgundy. I placed them against this, but it just didn't go. So then I got this and placed them here, and it decided, you know, it went much better along with the ribbon. And finally, we have got oranges. So, or clementines, as some people call them. Oranges are the bigger ones. We call them either the satsumas or the clementines. They're all the same to me. They all taste the same anyway. So, but we've got that, and with the orange leaf foliage as well. And it's like on a twiggy stem, but very thick plastic. These are very good, you know, and hardy, and so they'll be perfect again for outdoors. And anything that isn't for out, you know, that isn't UV protected, that's okay with me. I always protect it. And some people ask me what I protect it with. I used to buy proper waterproof spray for artificial flowers to protect them in the rain. It was very expensive. Again, I'm a bargain hunter. I watched a video on YouTube and somebody informed me of to use WD-40, guys, and I know you can get it in the States as well. There is a slight smell when you spray it, but that does disappear. Spray that all over. Let it soak into the flowers and the foliage. Once it's soaked in and it's dry, I get some essence oil. It's room spray, this, but this one's rose and jasmine. It's a 100ml bottle, and it is just a spray button, and then spray all your flowers to give them a bit of a scent. Again, I got that off Amazon, so if you would like to have a look, it's called Essential Oils, and it's just a spray oil, and it's got its own fragrance. You can get different fragrances, lavender, you can get cedarwood, all sorts, whichever you like, and then just, you know, spray it on your dried florals after they've dried from the WD-40, and it will leave a beautiful smell. So that's for that. Let me just have a little drink. Right, now I'm going to do the bow. Let's move on. So the first one I did was this. So I'm going to check the camera, bring it down just so you can have a better look, hopefully, if it's been shot. So I may bring it forward. Let me zoom in, guys, but it may be a quick shock. I don't know. Oh my good gracious me. Right. I'll zoom in like that, and then I'll zoom back out once we've done the bow. It's just so the young lady can see. Right, scissors. And if you're wondering, I got this from Amazon as well. In English money, it was only, I think, £6, $5.99. In America, that would be around $9. That's all. $8–9, nothing more. I don't know if that's cheap in America. I know you've got the Bodabras, and we've got the Bodabras here, and you've got the Easy Bow Maker. But the Easy Bow Maker is, oh, that's expensive over here. Right. Because this is going to the bottom, I'm not doing my tail ends as long as the one at the top. So this bit here is going to the top of the bow that we're creating. So once I place it in, it's about 3 inch, that, as I look at it. Twist your bow so the pattern is upside down. You'll know if it's upside down because of the stitching I did those loops at 5" I'm going to do these at 4. So I've come down 1 inch. So once you've gone through your 2 prongs, twist again, so your pattern again is on the upside down. Then I go in, measure 4 on here, go down like so. And I've only done 3 of these, so I will do twist again. I'm measuring with now, instead of on the board with, if I can move that, the ribbon underneath here, because that is already set at 4, so I'm lining it up with that. Then I'm not twisting now, guys. I'm bringing that towards me. I'll cut it there, and we're at the end of a roll there, guys. So we'll bring that there. I'll just place a dovetail in it. Again, I may chop this, it may be too long, but that's just 3. Now, if you want to arrange it before you start, then you can do. You can either bring that up or down. This one is going down because that's how it's falling, is down. It feels more comfortable there when I move it down than up. And I've got 1 there and then 1 there. So they are placed in a triangular position. Top, and there's your flat bit. So that is how that one's done. So then we used the Hessian. I'm using this Hessian because in the background of the one with the oranges on, it's got this Hessian colour. And with the gingham on, I thought, well, this is orange with gingham, so I'm going with that as well. So we'll go on the other side here. Turn your ribbon upside down again. My stitching is there, well, not the bad stitching. The underside of the stitching is there, the top and the bottom. I'm measuring it with the ribbon under here again, 4, because I'm only keeping this one at 4. The other one, their loops were all at 5. So because we're at the bottom, we're doing a smaller bow. And again, do it like so. And then we twist. And again, I'm only doing 3 of these as well. And then we come down here 4 again, and then bring this one back down. I'm cutting it along the similar length to what the first ribbon I've done is. Again, we may cut the length of these ones. So that is that one. Then now we're on to our orange. Again, I'm just dovetailing them. And then we go back over this side. And again, with this one, I'm doing 4 loops because this is the main focal point of the ribbon, is the oranges. So I want it to be seen better or more than the others. So go through the dowels again, 4 inch, twist towards you. I fold it before I go in. That's just how I feel comfortable. You can fold it once it's at the bottom. It's entirely your decision. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. Here's my cat, guys, so you get in the way again. Come to say hello. Where have you been? I know you've been outside. You've been for a walk. yes, and then twist again because I'm doing 4. Go through the dowel, line it up with the one underneath, like so, and then again cut it, just dovetail. Oops, I think my scissors need sharpening. So we've done the where we've positioned the bottom, the first ribbon. So the second ribbon we go in between the 2 brown ones. Well, I'll say brown, orange checked. So there's the orange check there. So you get one there, and then you've got your other one here, which goes in between these 2. And then you've got your other one here that goes in between these 2. And then the 4, you just place as the letter X. You may not be able to sing. Oh my God gracious me. Why do animals have to come at the wrong time? So there's our 4 little ones as well. My oranges. Then I had the little spare bit here. That looks like dovetail. Place that up there. And I've only done one of these, so now I've gone down to 4. I'm going down to 3 on this one. Let's see. Right, it's there. Okay, dokie. And then bringing it down. So we'll dovetail this. Like so. So then get yourself a cable tie, if my cat allows me to show you. Cable tie. Just go where you see the central, lift them up where your dowels are. Make sure you get all of your ribbons in your hand. Place your cable tie around. And then just attach it. All right. All right. Right, I'm getting a floral wire as well. Molly! Oh, goodness gracious me. Move your bum. Let the people see. And placing a wire through the cable tie, because we're using that to attach. I haven't tightened it up fully, guys. As you can see, these ribbons are on the top. I want all my tail ends under the loops, so that's why I haven't pulled the cable tie very tight yet, so I can manipulate and bring all of my tail ends underneath my loops. Just bring them there. So that's there, and do the same with the ones on the top. Bring them underneath, or as much as you can, you know, to the bottom of all your loops, and then start to arrange your loops in the shape that they are. Again, I've got 3 loops on the first 2 rows, so I'll put that like a triangular position. Bring that one down. Like so. Then I had the Hessian, which I will go in between the orange checked one with my Hessian, and then with my oranges, I have to think then what they were going to say, lemons, they go, I'm placing those as a letter X on the top. Like so. And then the one in the centre just spread out so it covers the mechanics. And there you have your little bow. So then I grabbed my pliers so I can get a tight pull on the cable tie. Chop it off at the back. And then the wire that I have, I just turn my bow. I don't turn the wire because it has a tendency to snap sometimes depending on the thickness of it. So I turn the bow instead, only a couple of times like that. And then that is all. Then it's just ready to fluff up again if you need, if you've squashed it. And then it's ready to attach on to your wreath or to your swag or to anything that you may be doing. So if I just get the big one out of the way. Can you move? I know where this is going anyway. Let me just move the cat, guys. Go on your bed, it's over there. Go and go to sleep. Yeah. Oh, I can't. That's that. Let's just move that out of the way. And those. So that is our smaller one, and our bigger one is here. So we will have two, just move out Mummy's way, two of our bows on with the thin swag, which will cover majority of it up and make it look grand. So we're going to attach now our ribbon. Now because we've got the two wires left here at the back, if you can see on this one as well, you get hold of, you can either attach it around the spine, which is the main neck of the swag, or attach it around a bit of the pine needles or spruce needles. It's your decision. I tend to just do a little bit of one or the other depending how far if I want it to sit deep, I will attach it onto the spine and then pull it in so it's sat within these spruce needles. If I want it on the top, then I attach it to around the spruce needles themselves. So I will attach this around the spruce needles because it's, like the lady said, a cheap thin one, so I don't want it to be sunken. We're trying to make it look full. And then just twist your wire and then cut a little bit off after you've twisted, and then fold the rest around the spruce to hold it there in place as well. So that's your first one attached, like so. So then we do the same with the other one. Here is our two pieces of wire after we've twisted them. I'm going here because there's a gap here. I'm using this spruce here, or maybe this one in fact, and I'm going to attach this wire around this. Well, I may use those two. And I'm going to do the same. And all I'm doing, if I just flatten that down a minute so you can see, is getting my wire, splitting it, go hard off, on, off, you know, around one side and one around the other. And then I bring it around, gather together, twist. Just twist a few times till you've got a bit of a, you know, about an inch of your twisting. Cut the rest off and then wrap the rest of it, what's still there, around your spruce needles, so then it doesn't dig in to anything or anybody's door or anything. So then now you have them both sat on the top, making it all ready just with the ribbon. Look nice and full. Again, I may gather these together and do the waterfall effect. That was the first, which is you put all of them together like that with your one you've started first on the bottom, then your second one, then your third. Pinch them together wherever you'd like them to go, you know, to have a little tail end. Pinch them, make a loop like so with your hand, and then attach it around something here. So you can just get one of your spruce needles and then just bend that over to hold that in together. So then you've got that effect with your little loops here, which you can spread open like so. And then these will meet up with the ones down below. And that, you can have it like that. And already that looks quite inviting. And then you can leave these then to hang, or you can have these chopped. I think I would chop them about here with the length of the last needle. So let's do that in advance. So I would fold it in half. Oh, I do need to sharpen these. Molly, if you don't move, you're going to get it. Get everything in you. And then this one. And that's just by folding it half and cutting it a diagonal position. This is very tiny. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's better length. It's not too long then, and it doesn't look too odd. And then you can just curl them under as you wish, like so. So you've got that effect from the bottom and then there on the top. So that is your swag before with your ribbons on. And now we're going to put the camera up and we're going to put it on the easel. And then hopefully my cat will be out the way. Then again, I doubt it. Oh, it's moving now because I am. Right, I'm going to zoom out. Let's just get the easel in like so. In fact, I might bring it back, guys, and zoom in so you get a better look. Oh my goodness, I'm at the other end of the room. I know. Let Mummy just sort this out because Mummy's camera's really far. Oh, I don't want it on the wonk. Let me put my swag on. Right up. Let me just cut those off. Right, so let me now come again and just check the positioning for you guys. Oh my good gracious me. Right, we'll leave it at that. I don't touch it anymore. So, let's move my chair. I can't really fluff it up anymore because there's not really nothing there to fluff it with. But this is what we've... I think I've forgotten one. This was part of our... Yeah, I've forgotten one. Our challenge. That went on top. So that. Just. I thought one was mispositioned. Right, now we can start, I think, yeah. Just want to curve. Oh, I'm very picky. Let me just turn it, guys, so I've got a better view. There we go. So, there we have it. Right, let's get cracking. First of all, I'm going to be placing in our ficus. I like to place in the ficus at the back. It gives a lot of support. I do like it. Some people don't because it's so cheap. It is what you make it of it. If you allow it to look cheap, it will look cheap. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful foliage. It is good, you know, for anything like that. I mean, yes, it is cheap. I like to place it at the back because it's like a backdrop, and plus it's like a boundary. It helps me with my boundary. It creates a wonderful natural boundary than just sticking anything anywhere, and I just like it. So for the young lady who's not really, doesn't understand my way of doing things, you know what I call on a swag, this bit here in the center is if you look at it as a human body, this bit is a neck, the one in the center, the tallest one. Then you look at the widest point at the top here, which are the shoulders. Then here in the center point is your rib cage, and then right at the bottom where it goes to the V, that's your waistline. Wouldn't we all like to think of it like that, eh? Marilyn Monroe look. So if you think, instead of people telling you the terminologies in a way where it confuses yourself, I like to say simplify it for some, you know, beginners, or for anybody who's just doing it as a hobby, who's not a florist or anything like that. So the best way to look at it is neck, shoulders, ribs, waist. Like that. Like us. Neck, shoulders, ribs, waist. And then when you hear me saying I'm placing this on the neck or the shoulders, you know whereabouts on a swag I mean. Right, so first of all, I want to place one on the neck. And all I'm doing is, if you've not got a glue pen, use your glue gun, it doesn't matter. I'm just sticking it to the spine of the swag. It's much easier than when you've got a grapevine. You can just, it sticks in, connects to the spruce. It's wonderful. Now I'm going to the shoulders, so I'm working my way down, like I've just said, neck, shoulders, waist, ribs, waist. So I'm bringing it out on the shoulder area, because our shoulders is our wider point. I've just seen a leaf that's a bit rugged, so I will cut more to the shape so it doesn't look too odd. And then I will come down and work my way down, all down the rib cage. Remember, our rib cage isn't just one small piece, it's big, got many ribs, so hence the reason this is the longest point where our ribs are, and then our tiny waists that we'd like to think anyway. But what I do one side, I mimic it the opposite side. So I place one in one side and then I go to the opposite and do exactly the same on the opposite side. And then again, we're still on our ribs, and I'm just placing them so they are virtually touching with the one above. So it's flowing down. And as you come down, you will be going in slightly, going down to a V. So you need to be positioning these as if it was a letter V or a teardrop shape. And again, as I come to the down to the bottom, I now start attaching these to the spine of, because the ones at the top aren't attached to the spine, they're only attached to the spruce. Now I'm coming down to create that V shape. I'm gluing them on to the spine of the swag, and the spine is the main center point here at the back. And again, I'm coming down now, we're coming to the waist, so I'm going a bit more in with my foliage. And do the same on this side. So I think that one's just a bit, it's a little bit chopping off. So, and then want another 2 pieces, and then we want one at the bottom. I may save that one because it's got a longer stem. We'll use the shorter stems here. Again, lift up the ribbon, going, sticking it onto the spine. Again, as you can see, it's coming in now. This one I'm going to attach at the bottom. That is going to be our point. Might need to readjust that. And then I'm going to use this one right at the end under, because that is our longest one. Like so. And if you feel, when you look, stand back and look, that you think there's a few gaps, that it doesn't look too a certain way, that one should be up there. So just adjust them, because they're stuck to the spruce. They will move in any direction very easily. Like that. I have got, how many? 1, 2, 3 left. I could just place these and use them all up. Let's see. So if I think, oh, we may need another one here, I'll place one here to bring a bit in to the central piece. We may need another one up here, just here where there's a little gap here. So now I've done the main boundary. This is just adding the extras or using up what I've got left. I feel one is needed around here also. Just have a look. There we have it. So then that is our ficus, and that is again giving us our line, our structure, which I talk about. That when we say line, we mean the shape, the style, the structure, of what your arrangement is going to be like. And that's what line is. Right, let's see. Oh, you're back. You didn't go far. What time are we on? Oh, it's nearly tea time, isn't it? Mummy's late today. You'll be all right. You can wait. So 1, 2, right, I've got 3 long ones there, which I think may go better at the top. Okay, these are oddments, so I don't want those. Don't want that. They're flat. Put those there, so I don't use them. That belongs to the others. So That's the texture of the others. And I've got smaller ones. Right. So on the back here, I'm going to bring one. You may not be able to see it on the camera, but I'm going to bring it up here again for the neck. So we've got, the pointed bit for the neck. If you feel that you've got too many leaves on, you just pull them off at the bottom to give you a longer stem as well. If you think there's too many on and you haven't got a big stem, just pull them off. Or if you have health issues with your hands, just cut them off with your pliers or a pair of sharp scissors, and do the same. Again, I'm going in and I'm going to attach to the spine, this one, because it's quite long and it will attach. Like so. No, you're not getting fed just yet. Don't be greedy. You've had biscuits. I can smell them on you. And here is the ones. These are really long. I've twisted away at them, or they've been twisted while they've been in the bucket. But these are going to come down, I think. Let's have a look. They may look. I don't want them to make it look too droopy. I'm going to cut a few off at the bottom. Oh, Marley. Let's shorten the stem as well. I don't want it that long. And I'm going to do the same with this one. So I'll measure them up together. Molly! Stop it! Oh my goodness, guys. He is terrible. He thinks because it's food time. Stop it. Stop it. You're naughty. You're naughty. You'll turn around, look. Everywhere I go, he is glued to me, guys. My cat, I've spoiled him. He is glued. Right, we'll do it again. We're going to bring these, and we're going to bring them coming down on the shoulders. Oh my good gracious me. So we'll go in where the shoulders are. Again, I'm sticking these ones to the spine as well because they are quite long. And then I'm going to manipulate it and bend it downwards. Let me just turn so let's have a look that it's okay. That in, like so. Yep. And again, do the same with that one. And just bend it so it's tilting. So you've got that shoulder look. Coming down. And then I'm going to be bringing some, and now with these I'm placing them downwards like an angle, not across, horizontal. They're going slightly diagonally. So let's have a look, some of this around the same size. I don't think he wants you to watch. You know. He's so much of an attention seeker. I think it's my fault. I've made him like that. I'm going to place a pick in this one, guys, because it's not got a long stem. If I can get it out. Yeah, just. So again, what I do one side, I place one in the other. And as you can see, I'm going at a slight angle. I can get all the glue strings off me. And I'm going to do that with these. Now these, because they've only got a short stem, I'm just going to attach them. And you can as well start attaching things on to other stems as well. They don't have to all be on the spruce or the spine. You can attach them to other stems of the foliage that you've already placed in. And I'm going to use this one for the bottom. What? You're naughty. I don't know, Molly, what we're going to do with you. And then we're going to go under under there for the point. Look, you've made me flatten the bow and everything. Not that you're bothered, are you? So we don't need those two. Mind you, I could place one here. Let's just stick them in. We may as well, again, use them at an angle. One like so. And go the opposite side. We'll just place that and get that one in too. So then now you have your fern. So then we have, so we don't need that fern as far as I can think of. So we have, this is our vine. Well, I say vine, it's ruscus. It's hanging oriental ruscus. A lady was asking me, she loves the designs that I do, and do I live locally and in the States? I'm not in the States. It's a shame, I wish I was. I was telling David, it's a pity I don't live any closer. I'd be going to his house for a cup of tea and a slice of cake and a good chat. And yeah, it's a shame, guys. It's really a shame that I don't live in the States. But no, asking where I got my flowers, because some of the stuff I use you don't get in the States. There is some of the things that you use, guys, in the States that I can't get here. I've watched videos from people who are doing flower arranging and things in the States. I think a lady called, what is it, callies.com, and also Southern Charm wreaths. There's things that those ladies do, and what's the other one? Adorable wreaths, Gilly's wreaths. I think it's Gilly's wreath. You know, all those ladies, there's things that they get that I can't even get hold of here. And it really is a shame. But you know, when I've seen the things that, you know, I just have to use an alternative. That's what I, you know, thought when they've said, when I've watched their videos and they've said, give it a go. I thought, oh, well, I'll, you know, I'll give it a go and do my style or my interpretation of it. But I will use what I've got available to do it. You know, again, because I don't copy people's work. I don't use exactly what they use because it's not my work. I look at it as though it's not my work. But, you know, at the same time, if you're teaching, you know, some people want to use what you've used. But just unfortunately, with me being in the UK, you know, I can't see, you know, tell you where to get them from, or you may just have to think of another alternative or something what may look similar to it and use that instead. That's how I do it. I look for something that's similar. So here is the oriental ruscus that I'm just placing around the top, and to give again on the shoulders, and this is to give it that, oh, I nearly cut it with my scissors, and this is to give it the movement as well. To bring it out and make it look a bit more, you know, bigger, fuller than what the wreath is itself. Let's just have a look. And plus, wispy, guys. It's me all over. Wispy, wispy. I'm going to place one at the bottom. I always try to put at least something what I'm placing everywhere else at the bottom as well. I'm going to put this in the centre because it's only a little piece. Or just stick that there. So I don't think we need that now. So let me put this back, because I know if I leave that out, my cat likes things like that. So now we've got our birch. Let's move my scissors. Now this can be chopped up. This is going to be great. You know, I used it yesterday. It's a wonderful foliage. If you can't get this, you know, I mean, anywhere, just get normal birch leaves. That's all I would do as well. If you can't get what I've got here in the States, you know, or Canada or Germany or other places who have subscribed, Spain as well. Just get some, you know, the actual birch leaves itself. You don't have to get the exact product. You know, if you really want birch, you just get a nice birch one. I'm going to do the same with this. Bring these up around the shoulders. So let me do my awkward side. We all have an awkward side. And I'm going to do that there also. Right, one moment, guys. It's raining and I've got to go and shut that door. One moment. My house door. Oh my goodness, guys. Sorry about that. I've just realised as well when I went to shut the door, with it raining, I'd got my washing out. So I've just had to rush and get it all in. So, oh my goodness. Oh, I'm cold now. Mind you, they did give rain on, so there's nothing out of the ordinary. Anyway, let's carry on. So, with our birch, I'm going to go now around the rib cage area with it. As well. bring it down here. I think I want to place one up above as well. Let's place this up above, behind the bow. Just in there, let it spread on the neck. So then we'll place this one on the opposite side here. I've moved the camera, guys, as well. You probably noticed when I switched it on, it had been moved. And then we're going to go again here at the waistline. So I want another piece, so we'll take that one for the bottom. And I may place that last one because we've got one left, so place that one in the centre. So we'll do that one now. So it's got something again in the centre. And it's sticking out from under the little tail ends. And now we're down at our waist area, as I call it. Again, I find that's an easier way, because I've stated on some of my videos before, when I was doing the university course and that, I got confused with, you know, when she was saying, oh, here in this position, in this position, and in the end she said the soul, you know, the easiest way to think of it is as a body part, the human body from the waist up, and you can't go wrong. And ever since she said it like that, it's always stuck in my head, and it's always, I find it has helped. Especially when it comes to placement. So we don't need no more of that. We'll place that there. Now we've got our conifer. So we'll take all of these, and we're going to do again exactly the same. We are filling it up with our foliage and that before we start with the rest. So one again on the neck, have that slightly pointed at the neck area. And then we'll have the shoulders. Again, around here. And then this side. And if you notice, I'm bringing some of now the foliage inwards to make it look, you know, bigger in the central point as well. Things like this I'm placing behind the birch. I don't want the birch hidden from something long like this. And I'm placing these so they are, you know, facing downwards as they come down. And already, even if just with the foliage in, it's giving it that fuller look. I think I'm going to need another few of some more conifer. About another 3, I think. 1, 2, 3. I don't need that. Just place that back in there. So again, now we are at our waist, and I'm going below the birch on with this one, and the same here. And then leaving this as a point at the bottom as well. So I'm going to take it under the birch on this one, again because it's a fuller leaf. And I don't want the birch being small hidden. So now that is all of our foliage placed in. So now we are coming to our fruit and our, I can get this out, eucalyptus with the flowers. Oh my goodness. Now this is pretty. Look at that, guys. It is pretty. So I'm going to cut. Now let's start at the top. I'm going to cut it there. So then I'm going to cut that one there. I'm going to do the same with that. I'm going to cut them all into little pieces. I mean, you can have them on picks if you want to take them off individually. I don't think I want any more than them. So what I'm going to do, I mean, and these have got their own, they go their own way. There's, you know, if you bend the stem one way, one will stick up, some will stick down. If you want them down, you've got to sort of like manipulate them to sit down in a certain way, you know, like if we wanted to come in off the shoulder. But I think I want that slightly up, so it gives it that volume. I like volume. So we'll place that on there, on the shoulders. I think that's the tallest one that we may use on the neck. We use this one on the shoulders as well on the opposite side. So let me just turn it around and see. Like so. And I think the neck. Oh, we may leave the neck. Use that as the tail. Right. So I think I'm going to go now halfway with these. I'm not going to put too many in because they are quite bulky. If you really quite good quality as well. Again, I can't manipulate them all to go one way. They will go all their own way. So that's more of a natural look. You know me, guys, I like that. Place this one at the bottom again, using the bottom place things under. I will, you know, fluff it all up properly and everything once we've done. I think we'll have to use that. We'll use the smaller piece for the neck. Sit it there. It's just popping up. Right, it looks very busy with foliage at the moment. Again, once the colour starts being added in, that will all be taken away from it. You know, the flowers, the oranges, as soon as they're all in, it'll look fabulous. So, oranges. See, I want to look at the stems. I need to see. So I'm going to cut them all off. We don't need that. Right. Now we've got spear prongs again on here, which you probably find a lot of on your stems. Little spear prongs like that, if you can see. They are for moving foliage or floral from the bottom further up if you wish to have them placed further up. If you don't, then, and you're keeping it as it is, then I tend to cut them off. So I don't need these at the bottom. Not now. Because I find that that looks quite, you know, I mean, that you've not quite finished if you haven't chopped them off. You know, I don't need them, so I don't want them on. Like that. Because again, I think it looked better that side. If I cut this down a bit, I don't want that long length of a stem coming down the side. I've got glue string, so that's what I want to be doing. I've got another one. Again, pull that off. Place that one. It's basically giving you the chance to redesign your own look. That's how I look at it, which is a good thing. You know, to move them around in any place that you require them to be. Alright, so them two are the same pieces. Now I've got a long one and a long one, and then two smaller pieces. So, I mean, I could put the big ones up above and then work my way down like that in size order. So I may do that. So in fact, now we can move that. Oh, I think that's my son. Hello. That's my son coming home from work. Just made it before it pours it down. Oh, I can't get that one off. So, and if you don't want to chop these off, you know, if like you are gonna, you do something and then you decide, you know, you want to keep it for yourself, and then all of a sudden you decide you want to take it apart, and then if you do, you know, and you take all the glue off, clean it all up for it to be used again, then you've still got the prongs there to move them into another position, you know, of what you may like. So I'm going to bring those up here. So I've got that one right down there. It can be a bit of a kerfuffle, but it's worth it. Just take this leaf up here. I may just leave a few on, I guess. Because if you make something as well and you don't sell it, some people just put them away in the, you know, storage and maybe use them again the following year, hoping to sell them the following year. I do that sometimes as well. I keep them in storage, but if I don't sell them, which isn't very often, but if I don't, then I will feel that, you know, I don't think it's going to sell, even if I took it to market or anything, then I would take it apart. And that's, I guess that's what I would do. Now this is quite long. I want, I may have to snip these two apart from each other. It's too long. And just do that. Place one here. They are quite weighty. So if you feel that you've not, you know, they're not holding, wrap a bit of the spruce around it as well to give them that extra little bit of a hold. And then manipulate them outwards or wherever you'd like it to be. And I'm going to then bring this one, turn that round, down like so. Oh, I can't get that one in. Oh, there it goes. That was hard. So it's two. So I'll do the same on the opposite side now. Bring these in again if you don't feel that it's being supported or it's a bit too heavy, because these are heavy. Wrap spruce around it for that support, and that will hold them for you. And then the other one I brought just under here and had it slightly hidden. And then now I've got these two. So I can have one at the top and one at the bottom. So I'm going to leave those as they are. I'm not altering those, you know, moving anything around. I'm just going to, I can grab my ribbon, lift up my ribbon, place it under, so they are there. You can just see them slightly sticking out. So you can place your ribbon underneath if you wish, under the oranges, and bring those slightly out. Let's have a look what they look like. Like that. Just peeping through. Going like that, and then I'm going to place this one right up there. And that's going to sit here, and I'm going to attach a bit of the spruce around it so I can use that to keep it strong and upright. I want that point, and I want to be able to see the, I don't like that leaf though. Let's snip that off. Let's move that onto there. There we have it. So like that. So you have now got your oranges in. And then we come to our red. Now these flowers are going to be going inwards towards the centre. The lilies, calla lilies, I just want the movement on the outside, but we will do that last. So let's cut these short, and I'm going to start from around here, and I'm going to bring them, and I'm going to put them in as depth, guys. I'm not having them out long or anything, so I'm cutting the stems really short, like so, and having them fill in our spaces here, and a bit of colour. Just have this one a little bit longer so I can place that under here, like that, or intertwine it with like so. There we go. I'll do the same this side again, just trying to bring that red in around the central point. I want one under here as well. Two either side there. So do I go for the bigger ones here? What's that got here? Yeah, we'll use these, the longer. Oh, they've got the plastic on the bottom. Oh my goodness. And then I'm going to place that, and I'm going to glue that to one of the stems. because that's going on the shoulder point. So I'm gluing that to one of my other stems that is already in there. And same with this. Attach it to one there. And I'm bringing the red. I could easily bring a bigger one there. Got glue on me again. I've got one with double here, so I may use that one instead. So let's just cut that down quite short. And place that just under here, like that. And then I want one for up here. And again, just by these reds and the oranges being inserted, it's giving off a wonderful look. There's the neck. I don't want that one. I could bring the odd one out here and here, but I may need to extend yeah, I need to put a new pick on them just to give it that extra length, because these was only a small bunch, they didn't come longer than what they are. Oh, I can't get that one off. Use that. Just get the glue off. So I'm going to bring from the side here and here, because there's something missing on the end here. I'm going to have a look at that as well. I'm not really too fond of that. I've just cut a bit off. So I want that. Down here. I'm just wrapping a bit of spruce in it to keep it in its place so it doesn't fall. No, it needs to go in a bit. Let's just see. I'm taking these off, guys, just at that point. It's not sitting well with me, it's flapping too much. I'll use a fill-in. And then I'm going to do the same here. I need to push that in a little. So I think as well, let's just see. No, I may need something there. Trying to think. Do I place it there? Let's just see, because all the reds around there, I need to balance it by just bringing something either there or there. And then I may need that one at the bottom. I can just get something to grab it as I'm pushing it in. Yeah. Right, I'm going to place that. Just do this under here. So that's there. Let's lift it up slightly, its head. And then I'm going to just place these in at the side, because we've got a lot of red around the central point, so we need to be bringing it down around the waistline as well. I'm just going to place that, so and that one is also. So now I've got these, I'm going to place these in just little pieces of orange leaf. I'm just going to place in around the centre so it doesn't look too odd, you know, or left out. Bring that greenery in. And then under here as well. So that's how it is, guys. Sorry I had it turned away. Let me just come and have a quick look that you can see. Oops. Yeah. So now we are going to go for my lovely, lovely wispy bits. So let's get these cut. I think I'm going to need more than 5. One. Let's get. Let's try that to start with. Right, these again are push-ups, which is a great help. So you can get the height of things. So now neck. Now these are all going on the outside, you know, behind everything. So now you've done your neck. We move to our shoulders around here. So just go in through the back quite far in, and you've got it sitting around the shoulder area. And the same with the others. Let me just see, around here. Like that. If I just do this awkward side, guys, I really, because I'm not left-handed, I find it hard to turn it that way towards me as well. So we're now on our rib cage. I'll place another one. There, so that's that side done. So the ribs. I think that's in line with that one. I can't really see. I think it's around here. I placed it. And again, you can stick on your stems to other stems now that are in there. And the one at the bottom. Again, underneath all of them. For that bit of length. So let's just have a quick look from this side. So I can tidy now the bows up. I did have a lady today when I saw an email saying that I do lovely arrangement but a long video. I did explain to her, you know, that I do them slower than the slower speed than I would normally, due to I'm helping people, you know, if they are just starting out or learning, you know, I do it for that reason. You know, so they don't get too confused. You know, it's just part of what I do. Something needs to be there and it's bugging me, really is bugging me. It's part of what I do, guys. I do it slower speed for others. You know, I don't like to rush for others, you know, because at the end of the day, people who are just starting out don't want to be confused and struggling with the speed that I can go and having to think, oh, I've got to rewind it. I didn't hear what the lady said. Let me just grab this, guys. And that's the reason that I do it like that, you know. And sometimes I do a long video anyway, because I like to do literally step by step. You know, for people to, from beginning to end, really. And that's just me. You know, would you rather me speed it up and you not understand? I like to, and plus I like to chat. Ask my husband. Right, so if you feel that you want more foliage in or any other elements in, then that's fine. I'm not going to go any further than that. As I say, we've added a bit of fruit in, but you know, we have added floral in as well, and you know, in the red, because there's red on here. Is it the, what is it? Not grapefruit. Oh my goodness, I can't remember what fruit it is. What's red in the with red segments? Oh gosh, I can see it in my head. It's not something along the lines of like pineapple and grapefruit. Might be that grapefruit. I can't remember. You'll all be screaming at it down down the screen. But anyway, we've got our oranges in. You know, she asked for some oranges. We haven't put lots in, but they are there. We have added some flowers. You know, she did say she wants a little bit of floral, and she didn't want just floral. So we've put in the red to go with it, and then just put some white again, because there's white in between everything here, and white on our ribbons. So we've incorporated the small white floral, you know, the wispiness, to bring it alive a bit, and then, you know, with the white on the eucalyptus as well, just dotted around. Not too much of it, you know, because it's not that white that we're wanting to see. We're wanting to see like the florals and the oranges, and also your ribbons. So again, that's how you would attach 2 ribbons in, and you know, just make the top one bigger and the other ones an inch smaller, 2 inch smaller, however, you know, whatever size you'd like it to be. You know, everybody's got their own you know, ideas on how the size of the ribbons, what they prefer. I mean, I can look at something and think, well, a 3-inch ribbon is going to be way too small for that, you know, of the length of it, or you know, the whole diameter of something. You need a slight bigger ribbon for bigger things. It's just common sense, that. But again, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that helped the lady that asked if I could show her how to do a swag, and also attach a ribbon, you know, and how to make a swag, a cheap swag, really thin, look expensive, you know, look full, without it being known that the swag is very cheap and thin, so to speak. And it's just by doing something like this, you can fill it up, you can put as much as you want in, you know, attach a lot of your stems around the spruce leaves itself, which will give all your stems support, as well as glue them in, and it will, you know, it will hide all that thin swag that you have, what's very light and not much spruce on it. It'll hide all of that by just popping in all things around that are bigger and, you know, fuller, and they'll give that more of a, you know, a luxury or a deluxe look and feel about your arrangement, without anybody ever knowing it was a cheap swag, you know. So I'm sure you can all do that, something like that, because you're all as good. Oh, and that's another message I had from a lady who said that she'd given up doing flowers for a while, and you know, of it being a continuous thing, and she'd stopped for a while, but watching my videos, it's inspired her to start again. And you know, gosh, that's really sweet, really sweet. You know, thank you so much. I think a lady's name was Karen, I think. Sorry if I'm wrong, but that's really sweet of you. Thank you dearly. And again, give it a go, guys. You know, if you've got a cheap swag, or even if you've got a nice thick full one, you know, use a bit of fruit with a bit of floral. Just use 2 colours really, your main colours, which is your red and your orange, and then just again add a little bit of white in, dotted about, for, you know, a bit of life looking, you know, to bring it alive a bit. You don't need nothing more than that. As you can see, it still looks really vibrant, beautiful. It would be noticed if it was on a door, and people would, you know, more than likely comment on, you've done a great job, because I know you have done. And just again, pop anything in. If you've got cheap, you know, elements like the ficus is just cheap foliage, that doesn't matter. Look what it's done to this. It's added to the arrangement. Again, some people won't use it because they say it's cheap, but it adds to it. It really does. I can't express it enough. I don't know why people don't like the ficus when they say it's cheap. So what? So what, guys? It's cheap. You know, think yourself lucky that, you know, people aren't charging you a lot of money for it. Look at it in the positive way. You know, be jolly about it. It's a lovely, you can get it in all shades and styles, variegated plain, the ones what look like cat's eyes, the ones with veins in, you know, it's just lovely. You know, I don't mind it, you know. I'm just easily pleased. I'm not fussy. Well, I am. But concerning things like the ficus, I love it. It's very good. It helps me a lot, you know, it helps with my finances, and I can always make it look good in any arrangement, and so can you. So anyway, guys, it's 5 o'clock and I should finish at 4. So, you know, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. I've got to now go and tidy up, go and get the tea prepared. I've got the choir tonight, my sing-along-longs. I can't wait. And so please subscribe, share and like to the world, to the families, like David said, to your doggies, your cats, you know, anybody, colleagues, aunts, uncles, grannies, granddads, anybody. I much appreciate it, guys. It's only, you know, again, I've stated many times, I don't get paid for this. It's just to get my business noticed out there. And just so also my main thing is so I can, out of everything, is to teach you wonderful people. That's my overall aim in the reason I started the YouTube. And I didn't just want to do it locally, I want to teach internationally online, and that's why I started my YouTube channel. And I hope that, you know, you're all enjoying it, and I've given you and has inspired you to do wonderful and different creations, as well as many others can do out there. So have a wonderful day, take care. Thank you for your comments. Keep them coming, guys. And, you know, just give us a thumbs up. You don't have to comment. Just give us a thumbs up or a love heart or anything like that. You know, or even if you want to comment, I will always answer you back. And I really do appreciate it. So have a great day. God bless. Good health. And I love you all. And Fridays is my busy day, so I won't be doing a video tomorrow. So have a great weekend, guys, and all the best. And I will see you bright and early Monday morning. Bye for now. Love you all. Bye. Let's just go closer now with our camera, because it's at the other end of the room, guys. There is, look how bright the bow is. There's the bow with the oranges. They're not lemons, guys. When I ordered the ribbon, I thought it was oranges and lemons, even though it may look it, but it just said orange printed ribbon, orange segments, and that's it. So and then, you know, you've got your burnt orange there with the checkered, and then you've got your hessian there with the checked as well. And then that little piece of oddment that I found in my oddments bucket to place there, and then the same with the little oddments piece there as well in my oddments bucket. And then there is your segments, or not your segments, your oranges. Look at the little bobbles on them, like it's the proper skin. Isn't that realistic? You may see it as well there, look. It is so realistic. And then you have your ranunculus, your ones that are more, no, they're the peonies, sorry. And they're your ranunculus. I've added in some peonies. And then your calla lilies, your conifer, You can see it hiding there. Ficus with the cat's eyes. Your fern. Your oriental ruscus. Your eucalyptus with the little white flower on the end as well. So that you've got a bit of more of a close-up there. I don't know if I can see. Yeah, there's the eucalyptus here, look. It's slightly waxed. And then the flower on the end. And then you've got your birch, which is there also. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. And again, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Sorry if the video is long, but you know me. I like to explain, you know, step-by-step guide. And I love it anyway. I love chatting away to you all. So have a wonderful weekend, guys. I love you all. Take care for now. Bye.